Hello, my name is Jim McGillivray and this is the Pipe Box, your source for all things piping. If you find this video useful, please give it a like and please subscribe to this YouTube channel to see more videos like this. We're going to go over a tune today, and you can print the music out for this tune by going back to the description of this video on my YouTube channel, where you will find a link to a PDF. Today I would like to do with you a slow air called Leaving Lismore. It's in 6/8 time, and I suppose we could call it a waltz, but I like to play it with a little more expression than one might give the usual waltz. Lismore is an island on the west coast of Scotland with a couple of hundred people. Many of them still speak Gaelic there. The tune is listed as having been written by Mrs. Martin Hardy, who was from Loch Awe in Scotland. That's all I know about Mrs. Martin Hardy. The tune was first published in the second Edcath book in 1958, so it's been around for a few years. In the Edcath version, the ending is different from what we play today. The ending we play now came in the second volume of the Scots Guards book, which was published in 1981. Okay, let's start off by listening to the whole of Leaving Lismore played on a Dagger electronic chanter. That was Leaving Lismore played on a Dagger electronic chanter. Now let's have a quick look at the whole score. The level of difficulty for this tune is easy. It's not a difficult tune. Nearly every bar is structured in the same way, as you can see here. A dotted eighth note to start the bar, and a quarter note or dotted quarter note to end it. You can see I've circled these notes in red, and you can see how consistently this pattern runs through the whole tune. To me, that repetitive structure of the bars gives a real effect of waves on the ocean, washing back and forth as the boat takes someone away from Lismore, perhaps for the last time. As you can see, there's not a lot of technique here. Some grips, E doublings, F and C half doublings, B strikes, and burls. The expression is very straightforward, so we should be able to cover this tune in short order. Let's start with the first part. In fact, let's have a look at the whole first line. As you can see, each bar is structured the same, starts with a dotted eighth note, and near the end of the bar there is a quarter note or a dotted quarter note. This is what gives us the effect of waves in this tune, is that repetitive pattern in each bar. He ho ba do dee dee da ba do dee ho ba do dee hum be ha do ba do. Your job is to hold the two long notes as long as you can each and every time in each bar, no matter what piece of technique you might encounter. For example, in the first bar, we start with a low A, then we have a short B and a grip to C. The B before that grip needs to be very short, like this. It's hardly there at all. You want to avoid this. Long low A, very short B. Some of you might find it difficult to play that grip after such a short note. That may be something you need to work on a little bit. I do have a video on this channel on grips that you might wish to view. Second bar, same as the first. Long, long note, and then we have a dotted quarter note at the end of the bar that you're going to hold. Bar 3 is the same as bar 1. Bar 4 has a tockum in the middle of it. We're going to keep that tockum nice and open. So the C in that tockum is longer than, say, the short B in bar 1. Even though those two notes are written the same length, in the tockum we want to punch out the short note just a little bit. Let's go now to line 2, and specifically the last bar in the line, the ending. That's the one bar that has a little different structure from the rest of the bars. And it's a triplet from C down to low A. You're going to play it nice and even. Don't let the fact that they're 16th notes con you into crushing this little pattern. Keep it nice and open. And hold the long C before the little triplet run down. That's it for the first part. Let's have a listen to the first part in the practice channel. In the second part, the pattern continues. So if we look at line 1 of the second part, we see a high A we're going to hold in bar 1 and an F quarter note. That quarter note has a half doubling on it, and it's important that you play this half doubling correctly with regards to the beat. So when you come from a high A down to an F to play a half doubling, the beat is going to be when your fingers hit the F. The grace note in the half doubling is after the beat. Some people will put that grace note on the beat, and that sort of skews the rhythm of the tune a little bit. Hold off on that half doubling and make sure your high G and high A fingers hit the chanter when your foot hits the floor, and then the grace note. Same thing in bar 2. Make sure the G grace note in the E doubling is on the beat, not the F grace note. Dee-be-do, dee-dee. not. People often rush up to notes with doublings on them, so wait for the doubling or the half doubling. So the first two bars. If we look at the next phrase, bar 3 is the same, bar 4, same rhythmic pattern, but now we have a B strike at the end of the bar. Same principle applies. The G grace note before the B strike is on the beat, not the strike. So that bar sounds like this. Not. Not early. Wait for that strike. Okay, so the first line is very measured. That's it for the second part. Everything else we've already looked at in the first part. So let's have a listen to the second part on the practice channel. In the Dagger recording I made of this tune earlier in this video, the tempo was about 44 or 45 beats per minute. That's a good tempo for this tune, although the tempo for this tune can vary quite a bit, from slow right up to quite brisk and waltz-like. The biggest error I find that pipers make with regards to tempo in slow airs is to play them too slowly. We get very caught up in the expression and we think we're playing a beautifully expressed tune, but from the outside it's too slow and doesn't engage our listeners. You have to play quickly enough to keep the listening public engaged. I would encourage you to record yourself playing tunes like this. Leave the recording aside for a few days, then come back to it when you can be very objective. Listen to it, make sure you're playing the right tempo and the right pointing. Nothing can ruin a piping performance like an incorrect tempo. That's it for this week and Leaving Lismore. I hope you enjoy this lovely little slow air. From me, Jim McGillivray at the Pipe Box, good piping.